Hello, hello. Okay, I'm live. Hello, everyone. This is Angela. I am back live and better than ever. It's good to see you guys. I had a few days off and I'm back. I'm in my swing and all. So I am here for your questions. Anything that you may have regarding GLPs. We can talk about S. We can talk about T. We can talk about anything that you want to know. I am on both of my pages, so we can talk about anything. I'm also on YT. So I have been gone for a week. Yeah, actually a little over a week. I haven't been here since last Wednesday, so I know you guys have missed me. So what are your questions? Anything new come up that you guys are dying to know about? Anything that is, come up in the world of GLPs in the last week that you need to have answered? I am here to answer those for you. So we can ask any questions. I'm just making sure that I'm doing everything that I need to do here. All right, guys. So what questions do you have? We could just start with a general free consultation. So let's start with that. So we do a free consultation. So anything that you need to know or want to know, or maybe you're having some side effects or anything like that, you can always reach out to us. Here's our information. So basically what we do is, my whole goal is to educate and teach. And what I want to make sure is that you are safe on these, because there's a lot of people that are just able to get them. You can go online and you can talk to anybody, and actually you don't talk to anybody, and they just give you these. And that's what the scary thing is you are just getting them from anybody. So what I want to do is actually make sure that you are safe. So the main thing is the way that they work. They work by shutting down the noise in the head, and that's fantastic. So what they do is they get rid of I'm hungry, I'm craving. So the whole first month, when I tell people, listen to that, just pay attention. Pay attention to I'm not hungry, I'm not craving. The second way that they work is they slow down your digestion, so you can't eat as much. So you really want to listen to that, because if you overeat, you're going to throw up. So you really want to avoid that as well. So then the third way that it works is the insulin resistance. And there's not a whole lot that you can do about that. If you want to help the insulin resistance by exercising a little bit more, just aerobic, a light 30 minutes a week, or 30 minutes the majority of days of the week is what they recommend, then you can do that as well. So what you do is the insulin resistance is just going to help balance out your hormones, help with the thyroid, is going to help put those sugars in the right spot. So that's how it starts to work. So that is what's fantastic about these, is because in the past we didn't have that ability. So it was great. Now, we just had to do the good old-fashioned starving or, calorie deficit and all that. But now this is a way that we can help that. So somebody just asked, what do we do about the burps? So the burps are the simple carbs, typically. So almost 9 times out of 10, it is something that you ate. So a lot of mine is onion ring. And it is really that onion ring that caused me a lot of problems. So what I highly recommend is staying away from the simple carbs, figuring out what caused the burps. So simple carbs are anything that's processed white. So white sugar, flour, pasta, rice. That is what I recommend staying away from those, because if you stay away from those, then it is going to make it that you shouldn't have those. So if you still have those, then you got to figure out what else is causing it. So digestive enzymes can really help with those. These are ones that we really like. So I'm going to show that here and then here. So these are a probiotic as well as a digestive enzyme. Another digestive enzyme that we found is Oxbile, Oxbile, and the Oxbile is better for men. It just helps digest the food a little bit better, which is fantastic. So somebody else asked about how do I afford it when medical won't cover it and I'm disabled. So our pricing is $299 for S in most states, and it's $450 for T in other states. So it's if you can't afford it, then what I recommend is getting a hold of your insurance, finding out specifically what they require. Then if you have those things, going to your primary and having your primary specifically putting in those things when they do the prior auth and seeing if you can afford it that way. And then hopefully they can help you with that. So I'm definitely afraid of vomiting of my first dose of Zepbound. It is in my fridge. So if you are really worried about throwing up, then what I highly recommend is that you have Zofran on hand. If you're not somebody that is super sensitive, then you should be fine. But talk to your provider, talk to your doctor, and they should really help you with that. Watch my middle pinned video, and then that can help you with a lot of those side effects. I do have 2 pages. One page I messed up, and I'm waiting to change the name back. So it says Luna Microbully right now, but it's Recrea Wellness. As soon as I can fix the name, I'll have it back to the other name. I was trying to create a page for my new puppy, but I didn't do that right, so I apologize. So I will fix it when I get a chance. So I have 2 pages. One is Recrea Wellness 1 at Recrea Wellness 1, and then the other one is at Recrea Health. So follow both my pages, because I have a backup page just in case I get in trouble. Because I do like to get in trouble on here. It's kind of easy to do. But I would highly recommend watching my pinned videos, because there is a lot of information in there to help prevent get sick. Do not overeat. I just saw somebody say something about overeating. Where did I see that? Yeah, if you overeat, you will get sick. Stay away from simple carbs. They will make you get sick. So you really have to be careful, because those simple carbs would definitely make you sick. So you want to make sure that you do not eat simple carbs. Anything processed to be white will definitely get you. And you do not want to overeat, because that will get you as well. So you want to stay away from those things. Siliclodide doesn't work. 2.5 dose, 21 weeks in. I'm sorry, I can't say the S word, so it's S and T, and I just said it, darn it. So you need to reach out to me. We do a free consultation, so reach out here if you need to. We can help you with any of that. So we can definitely help you with anything like that if you would like. Because there's a lot of things that when you hit that stall, or if it's not working, we can help you a lot with that. So just reach out to us. It's hard to help you, Danny Cleveland. Actually, Danny, you've been on here before. So just reach out to us and we can help you with that. We are actually in Medina, Ohio. So pretty close to you, Danny, if you're in Cleveland, Ohio. But, and actually I think you are, because you have Browns on your picture. But we have to look at your calories. We have to look at your protein intake. We have to look at your activity level, your age. We also do a lot of different things. We have this wonderful scale here in the office, so we can give you a lot of pointers as well. So we offer payment plans. We have Cherry, we have Care Credit. We have a lot of different things that we can do. So, definitely reach out to us and we can help you with all of that stuff as well. And if I miss your question, please reach out to me. And, you can always text, you can DM, definitely we can help you with everything. We do telehealth as well. So just reach out to us and we can definitely help you. Thank you guys, Yorkiana. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I haven't had a whole lot of pain with the surgery. This is my second time in less than 6 months having rotator surgery. Hey, they just did 1 rotator this time. Last time I had 3. So this one was a piece of cake. So thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. One thing, guys, I don't like mentioning other pharmacies. So we try to be very comparable in price. We do a higher dosing, which is great here. Yes, we do take Care Credit. So definitely reach out to us. We can definitely help you. I have heart and kidney disease, sleep apnea. If you have sleep apnea and you are on Medicare, Medicare will actually pay for this. But everything that you mentioned on there is not a reason why you can't take this. So definitely, Avon Lake, you are very close to us. Definitely. Angela, gastric bypass, yes, tea will still work. Actually, it works very well. So definitely get a hold of us. Was on Z, now I have gallstones. So actually, I did post a video on my other page, or on my main page at Recrea Health, and about the gallstones thing. So obesity is a risk of gallstones, and there is some that, there's controversy on, do these meds cause you to have gallstones? So it's kind of long-term use of these meds, they say, but then there's some people that are saying that the D word, and the hydration and, all of the things like that can cause gallstones. But yes, you can actually go back on them. Right, Liz. Liz says, thankfully, she hasn't been hungry enough to overeat. Exactly. You don't want to overeat on these, because they can definitely, that will cause you to have some big issues. I am on 2.5. Still feel appetite suppression. I say stay on the lowest dose possible that's not causing you to have the hunger and cravings, because the only thing that you're going to do is cause the risk of side effects. So we don't want to cause the risk of side effects. We want you to have a little bit of hunger, but we don't want you to have the hunger and cravings. But you need to have some hunger, because you do need to eat. So if you're not able to eat at all, then you need to make sure that you are eating. Okay, because we have to eat, because if we're not, then we're going to get sick. So when these stop working, so Misty, when these stop working, it could be a lot of different things. If you're close on your BMI, if you're in that 25 to 29 range of your BMI, then you have to actually start putting in the work. So you actually have to start really trying harder. And that means you have to watch the calories. You have to watch your protein. You have to really start putting in the effort. And that is where we come into play. And that's where that free consultation. So you can reach out to us anytime, and we do that free consultation. You can actually schedule it yourself. So you can anytime reach out, and we would be more than happy. You don't have to purchase anything from us, but we would be more than happy. There is something else that we have found that works really well, and you can actually get that up here, right here, or you can DM us here on TikTok, and we can definitely help you also. This is something that I'm taking, Veronica's taking, and it actually does work pretty well. So if you want to try it, you can do that. You can add that on for that stall. So it works really well also. So that stall is very aggravating. I've dealt with it quite a few times myself. So I do highly recommend that you reach out, and we can help you with that, because it's not just a simple answer when you hit that stall. That is something that I have to work more closely with you. Amy, is it normal to be dependent on a laxative for a bowel movement? With these, yes. For me, my whole adult life, yes, I have had those issues. But when it comes to the bowels, and I've done a lot of videos about the bowels on my other page, or on my main page, which is Recrea Health, bowels are so these slow your digestion from the top to the bottom. So you really need to be mindful of that, and make sure that you're taking fiber. I personally like Metamucil gummies. So I take 3 of those a day, and you want to slowly work up to that. So what you're doing is you're taking 1 a day for a couple of days, 2 a day for a couple of days, 3 a day for a couple of days. Then what you're doing is, after you're doing that, you're taking a probiotic. I really like this one for women, and this is available on my main page, Recrea Health. So if you go to my main page, you can do this. Follow both of my pages. I do highly recommend that. but this is available on my main page. And I'm going to do a video today on this one as well. But this also has digestive enzymes. This is for women. But then also, so take a probiotic, take a digestive enzyme. But I like Miralax. That's one of my favorites. I've also found aloe. And this is available on my page as well. But this is something that works really well, but it's aloe and it's for digestive enzymes. So this is something that you can try also. So this is something that you can help or that you can use as well. So bowels, because it slows your digestion from the top to the bottom, yes. And you know, a lot of people, you can try magnesium citrate, you can try magnesium 07. A lot of people like and say, so that's fine as well. Any of those are fine. So is there a correlation between GLPs and high cholesterol? It should be the opposite, because you are having W, you are also having you're doing a better health. You're eating better. You're doing a lot better. So it should be doing the opposite and dropping that. So you need to make sure that you're taking an omega-3. You need to make sure that you're doing a CoQ10 as well. And definitely working with your primary cares to make sure that you're, watching that. But I've actually seen the opposite in people's blood work. And that's, so I've seen a lot of people decrease their cholesterols and have a lot of improvement. So just make sure that you're working with your primary care, because yes, you should have a drop in your cholesterol, especially if you're having a drop in the W. So absolutely. So can I still take my Z with gallstones? Absolutely, 100%, but definitely talk with your GI or whoever's monitoring your gallstones just to make sure. But yes, from the research that I did, because there was a lot of questions at one point about gallstones. I guess there was a nurse that was out there putting out a video about gallstones and GLPs, and I did quite a bit of research. But if you go to my other page, Ashley, and look at that video, I actually put the research up there on that, and I showed the difference in that. And it really, I couldn't find, and actually looked in journals and stuff like that, and there wasn't anything out there to say anything different. All right, sorry guys, this just jumped. And I am streaming on 2 pages. Just if you guys are seeing me on 2 pages, that's what is happening. So I just wanted to let you know that. Tracy, you are very welcome. Welcome to the family. And so Tracy is your hometown girl's asking about tachycardia and anxiety. So very rarely, I have had under 10 people stating that this is an issue. So your hometown girl, Ashley, I actually did do a video on this. So I would recommend following my page and then going and looking up that video that I did do on anxiety and tachycardia. It is rare. But if you do develop it, stay at the lower doses and make sure that you're talking with your primary care or whoever is monitoring those for you. And if you're on medications, just start slow and stay low, and you should be fine. It is not something that is extremely common, but just stay at the low doses. Okay, just highly recommend. And definitely follow my pages, because I do a lot of, I like to ask questions of our family that we have. And I really think that a lot of people, it's not common, but I do ask a lot of the followers. It's definitely. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, I'm doing good. My surgery went well. I did take a couple days off, although I felt like coming back on Monday. But I did take a couple days off, so I appreciate it. I actually have not had much pain. Just in case you guys are new to me, I had to have my second rotator surgery in less than 6 months. So there you go. And I have been on these meds for 3.5 years myself, and I prescribe them. I'm a nurse practitioner. We actually do cover 47 states. We offer a free consultation. So if you guys ever need anything, I am here. I work with a physician that has 50 state license. So Veronica and I and my team are definitely here to take care of you guys. So is it normal to feel an increase in heart palpitations? No, that is not normal. So, definitely reach out to your doctor, because we want to make sure that, you're following up with your primary cares, your providers, just to make sure that, everything is going well and they can figure out what's going on with you. So Normal L is 1 to 3 a week for women, 3 to 5 for guys. Now, when you first start these, you may not have any L at all. It may take a minute for your body to figure out what's going on. But you also need to make some changes. So you just can't expect these to just automatically do them for you. So make sure you will follow both of my pages. So if you're on my one page, which is at Recrea Wellness 1, follow my other page, which is Recrea Health. And if you're on Recrea Health, follow my other page, which is Recrea Wellness 1. And make sure that you're following both of my pages and watching my pinned videos, because they're going to give you some really good tips of things that you need to do in order to make sure that you're doing things healthy. So at first, when you first start these, you need to learn to listen, because your brain is going to start telling you that you're not craving and you're not hungry, and you need to listen to that. Do not eat to full, because you will throw up. Do not eat simple carbs. So simple carbs are anything processed to be white. So you really want to make sure that everything is good. So tachycardia and anxiety, sorry. So if you get tachycardia and anxiety or palpitations or anything like that, make sure that you're talking to your primary care. Stay at the lowest dose possible, and that's for everybody. If you're not having that food noise and you're not having that craving, then stay at that low dose. You don't have to go up, because if the lowest dose is doing you great, stay there. If you get that tachycardia and the anxiety, so they're usually hand in hand. If you get anxiety, it's going to give you the palpitations and tachycardia. If you get tachycardia anxiety, it's going to give you anxiety, because it just turns into this giant ball. So what you want to do is make sure that you're talking with your doctors or your providers so that they understand that, because and then it could be what it's mixed with. It could be the B12, it could be the B6, or it could be the lack of those things. So it's really important that you're talking to your provider and communicating with them. And that's something that we're really good about, because that's not something that we have an issue with in our practice. That seems to be more of an issue with like the name brand. And if it's the name brand, it's typically because it doesn't have the B12 or the B6 in it. So sometimes you need that B12 because you're cutting a lot of foods out of your diet. And when you're cutting those foods out of your diet, you need to make sure that you're getting your supplements. So this is a good supplement because it has a lot of those B vitamins in it that you might not be getting from the name brand. This is the supplement. So you want to make sure that you're getting a good supplement. So I hope that helps you, because I know that's a lot too. So that's why we offer those free consultations. So if you ever need to reach out to us, please reach out to us, because we can definitely help you. And somebody said their inflammation is so improved. It is over and over and over again on these, when I do these lives, I hear that all the time, and it's so wonderful. Anything I could do to help with the flu, skin side effects. So I'm assuming when you're saying that you're having like the skin irritation. So it depends. That is almost always because of what it's mixed with. So if you're having those symptoms of what it's mixed with, then that is probably to do with the sorry guys, I'm trying. So sorry guys, I'm sorry about that. So that is probably what it's mixed with is causing the skin sensitivity-ish feeling that you're having. And what I would do is talk to your provider and see if they can switch that. If it's name brand, then it might be, that's hard to say. So it might be, I really find out about that. Okay, so Chris, if you are 6.5 months in and you have only had that 16, then I would recommend reaching out, because we need to talk to you specifically to figure out what's going on and where you're at, because there's a lot of specifics there that we really need to talk about. Okay, so if you've been on it for 1 month and you're very nauseous and vomiting, so Yes, you definitely need to get I would seek medical attention if you're nonstop for 2 days, nauseous and vomiting, because there's definitely something going on. And, I'm very concerned about that. So I would definitely reach out. You need some Zofran. You're probably dehydrated at this point. So you need some, definitely need to figure out what's going on. So please seek medical attention for that. Go to urgent care, go to the emergency room, something like that. Cole, I've been on S for 5. Wow, Cole, that's amazing. Do not, okay. But Benito. Okay, so R as, I don't know how to answer your question. R is not released by Lilly yet and the FDA, and I actually just received a letter from the Ohio Board of Nursing or Board of Pharmacy saying that we're not allowed to prescribe R. So, that's my opinion on R. And then the same thing with the other one that you have mentioned here. And BPC 157 is actually really good. We do have that available, and that is here and here. But with it being mixed to TBH 500, that one has not been released and it is not available. So I can't answer your question about stacking. I'm sorry. That because two of the things that you have mentioned are not I'm not allowed to prescribe. Mary, just first week, I don't feel any different. Yes, that can be normal because sometimes you have to go up in dose before you feel any difference. So that can be completely normal. So back to the heart palp. This is another question on the heart palp. So what you need to do with the heart palp is if you do feel that, make sure you reach out to your provider because there's something going on. It could be what you're eating, what you're not eating. There could be so many things. So just definitely reach out to your provider on that, please, because we need to figure out what's going on. All right, hair loss is always a question, so I'm going to go ahead and answer that. So when you have hair loss, you definitely need to make sure that you're getting your protein. Protein is so important. Women should be getting at least 100 grams a day. Guys should be getting a minimum of 120 grams a day. Very difficult to do. You have to supplement, okay? So you need to make sure you're doing a couple shakes a day. So you definitely want to make sure that you're getting your shakes, and you want to make sure that you are getting your collagen. So collagen, I like this collagen. This is one of my favorite, and it actually has MSM in it. It has CoQ10 in it. So it's a really good collagen. So it has 10 grams of protein in it as well. And I know somebody last time, oh, it's not real protein. Okay, fine, whatever. But it is a really good source of collagen. So make sure you're getting your collagen as well to help with the hair loss. Then you also want to make sure that you are taking a hair vitamin. This is available on my main page, which is at Recrea Health. Please make sure that you're following both of my pages. So this is a vitamin that you could take for your hair. It's pretty inexpensive, so it's a good one that you can take. This one is available that you can take as well. So this one is available here and here. So you can go here, and this is a good hair vitamin, and 95% of people will get their hair back with this one. So it's a really good hair vitamin that you can take also. If you're gassy on these, you need to make sure that you're getting a digestive enzyme. So this is available on my main page as well, so you can try this. So this also has digestive enzymes. The guys can take ox bile, so that's something that you can try as well. Gassy is simple carbs. Stay away from the simple carbs. Anything processed to be white, you want to try and stay away from those because those will definitely cause some problems. So if you're on the 0.25, remember this is a slow, steady, consistent loss. This is not fast. This is going to take a while. So please, please, please remember, you have to give it time. It is not a quick thing. So please just take your time and remember, especially when you first start. But you also need to follow things like lower your calories. Make sure you're getting your protein. Make sure you are doing good. So if I don't see your question, Chris, I thought I answered that. 1 second here. Yeah, I answered your question, Chris. But what I would recommend, Chris, is reaching out to us because you have to get in more specific with each person when it comes to the stall or not a big L, because we have to look at specifically your calories, your protein, what your BMI is, age, and the specific exercise. And you could schedule that here. You could text or you can DM and we can get you set up. Because there's a lot more involved than just finding out what's going on you specifically. So, or we need to find out specifically what's going on with you. All right. Good morning. Almost down with week 2. Nausea. A little nausea is almost always normal, especially for me. I tend to be a very nauseous person, and constipation is almost always normal for me as well. And that water, almost always. That water retention, this is cardioprotective, so you're going to see a lot of that in the beginning, which is completely normal. And because it's going to pull off that retention, which is a good thing. So it's cool that you have that scale that tells you that, because a lot of people don't see that. And it's really good that you do see that, because it's a great thing. And that's okay, Chris, no big deal. If I don't get to your comment and you have to go, or DM me, you can text. Veronica's on the phone, so we can definitely answer your question. You could actually schedule your free consultation on your own if you go to the website, or if you text or DM, anything like that, and we can definitely help you. So 1 to 3 a week is normal for women, and guys is 3 to 5. But when you get close to your goal, or you get into that BMI of 25 to 29, it starts to get hard. That's when you need to reach out so that we can definitely help you. So actually, I don't know, Harmonica Girl, what percentage of people actually end up getting thinning of the hair. That's a good question. Because I really don't know. I know I naturally just have thin hair, and I didn't lose any more. But if you get your protein, you're not going to have thin hair. If you don't get your protein, then there's a chance that you could get it. So I don't even know why somebody would want to mess around and not get their protein and risk getting the hair loss. So make sure you get your protein, and then you should be fine. So the only time I recommend increasing your dose is when you are having hunger and cravings. That's the only time I recommend increasing your dose. Or if you notice that you're not having a lot of L. So non-responders, that's another time that I would recommend increasing the dose. Okay, non-responders. Look at your calories. Women are 13 to 1400. Guys are usually 16 to 1800. You want a slight calorie deficit. Then protein is 100 for women, guys about 120. You need to get a hold of us for that free consultation, because there are more things that we do need to look at. Make sure you're not eating simple carbs. Make sure you're getting your complex carbs. 25% of what you need is complex carbs. And then the rest is protein. I don't get more complicated than that. I try to keep it super simple. Are you able to take when trying to conceive, or should you stop a certain time frame? Our GYNs in this area recommend that you stop 2 months before you start conceiving or start trying to conceive. We have had about 10 women in our practice that have become pregnant while on these. Just found out about another one today. So I highly recommend that if you don't want to get pregnant, that you are doing something to protect that. All right, stopping diarrhea. You can do Imodium, but be very careful, because Imodium could send you the other way. Fiber. You have to do fiber, and you have to do a probiotic. Probiotics are absolutely phenomenal and an absolute must for bowel management. So you need to make sure that you're getting a probiotic. Make sure that you're getting your fiber, regardless if it's diarrhea or constipation or just management. You have to get all of those. Absolutely have to get all of those. Okay? So if you're trying to conceive, talk to your doctor, your GYN, your OB, to make sure that they are managing you and you're doing what they recommend. I am not a GYN, and I just know that if you don't want to get pregnant, you better do something about it, because we've had 10 women so far do that, and we don't want you to do that if you don't want to. So if you have hair loss, then you absolutely need to make sure that you're doing the 3 things that I said: protein, collagen, and a hair vitamin. Absolutely 100%. Any questions that if I don't answer them, please DM me. Please ask questions. Absolutely, please ask questions. Please text if you want. You can schedule a free consultation, please, and I will definitely get to you. What is the best to take to go to the bathroom? Okay, so constipation, fiber, and you want to start it and work your way up to it. Make sure that you're taking a probiotic and a digestive enzyme. Absolutely, very, very, very important. And then I personally like Miralax because it's non-valedicting. But if you don't want to take that, you don't have to. You can take magnesium citrate. You can do magnesium 07. I did find this, and this is the mega one, okay? This is on my main page, Recrea Health. And if you go over there and you follow both of my pages, Recrea Health and at Recrea Wellness, or Recrea at Recrea Wellness 1, sorry. And this one I recommend if you don't go for 2 or 3 days. I recommend Miralax if you don't go for 1 day. But this is some serious business. Try 1 first. If that doesn't work, then take 2. This stuff is wild. I took 2 and I was cramping in the bathroom overnight, all night. So be careful. It's strong. Okay. It's all natural. Sorry for throwing that. That was loud. I'm sorry. Yes, if you have Hashimoto's, you can definitely take this. If you have a stress ulcer, I would definitely talk with your GI doctor first, because I don't know and I don't want to say yes or no on that one. But I would definitely talk to your GI doctor first on that. That one would be make sure you work with them. Okay, I'm sorry. If I am missing any of your questions, please reach out, DM, because I was way behind and then now I just messed it up. So I apologize. I really apologize. I don't mean to miss any questions. I do get bombarded with questions. I am Angela Jays. I am a nurse practitioner. I do have a clinic in Medina, Ohio. So I definitely can help you. With anything that you want to know. We try to answer all your questions. Sorry here. I am working on... Is Anthony out there? Any suggestions for newbies? That's a question that I did have on here. So any questions for newbies? I would recommend going and watching my pinned videos on both of my pages, because I do have a lot of information on my pinned videos. And what I would do is going, I don't think it's streaming on YT, and I don't know how to fix it. So what I would do is follow both of my pages, and to everybody say hello, Anthony. So we are, so if you follow both of my pages, I have pinned videos on both of my pages. And what you can do is you can go on there.
I think it's recording.
Okay. Wait. It's because it keeps saying something up there.
There it goes.
Okay. All right. All right. So what I would recommend is going on Recrea Health and at Recrea Wellness, and you can follow all of the information on there. And those videos, middle pinned video on Recrea Health and the middle, or both pinned videos, actually 3 pinned videos now, on Recrea Wellness. And what I did is I did my free consultation on Recrea Wellness, and it is perfect for you. I don't know why you would go to the Cleveland Clinic. I mean, come to me. We do telehealth, and yes. Oh, good. You left us a message. Definitely. Please reach out to us. And yes, if you have Graves' disease, any thyroid disease at all, you are perfectly fine to do this. Chai pudding. Yeah, you can do that. Actually, I've heard that before about it being a lifesaver on this. All right, you stalled for over a year. Lipedema, so the doctor said, hey, No, if you have lipedema, this actually works pretty good. Reach out to us and we can help you with that. We can definitely help you with that. If I don't have any diarrhea, I go regular. Is that okay? Yes, but I still recommend, even if you don't have diarrhea or constipation, that you're still taking fiber and you still take probiotics just to keep that going, because I promise you this will cause constipation at some point or another, because almost everybody gets it. Currently on Compound S, just got my Z. Any thoughts and tips on switch? Go to the lowest dose. Always go on the lowest dose. My thoughts on the patches, don't do it. The patches, I tried the berberine patches, absolutely nothing. I didn't notice any improvement, no changes at all. If you are on a stall, then you need to get a hold of us because we can help you. But you have to check your calories, you have to check your protein, you have to check, we have to look at your BMI, because as soon as you get to that 25, 29 BMI, then that is when things start to get hard. You have to put in the effort, and that's where we get involved, and that's where we can help you. This is something that really works as well, and that's available here, or you can go here. And this stuff is great, and if you actually use the words free, you can get free shipping. So I highly recommend going and trying this. It's just a whole bunch of vitamins, but it can help with immunity. It can help with the burn. It can help with energy as well. So yeah, gallstones, getting them removed. And, you know, I did a video on my Recrea Health page, and they can help well as well. This helps with energy, making sure that you're getting a good B12. That can help with energy as well, because in making sure that you're getting good protein, and make sure that your calories are where they need to be as well, because the calories are so important. If you're not getting your calories, then that is, you know, you're not feeding your fire. So you have to be able to feed your fire. So women need to be 13 to 1400 around-ish, and guys should be 16 to 1800 around-ish. So you need to make sure that you're getting your calories and you're feeding those feeding your fire, and make sure that you're getting that protein as well. Okay. R is not approved by the FDA, and Lilly has not released it. I received a letter from the Ohio Board of Nursing a couple weeks ago saying that me in the state of Ohio is not allowed to prescribe it. So that should tell you a lot. So Z and S are fantastic, and I think they are wonderful, and I will not live without them. So that's my opinion on those. No, I did not have frozen shoulder. In March, I had 2 rotator, 1 disconnected, 1 repaired. My bicep tendon was hanging by a thread with a hole in it. Then I was completely released and doing great at 13 weeks. At 14 weeks, I picked up a 2-pound little baby seat for my grandson, put it in my car, and I completely re-injured I tore my rotator cuff again. So last Thursday, I had to have my rotator repaired again, and they put a patch on it. So now I'm starting the whole process all over again. Yay me! So there you go. Fantastic. All right. I am a nurse practitioner. I have been on these meds for 3.5 years myself and prescribing them for 3.5 years. I am not obesity medicine certified. I don't even know if I can get that as a nurse practitioner, to be honest with you. So I don't know some if that's possible. I guess I could find out about that. But I have lived it for 3.5 years and prescribed it for 3.5 years. So I don't know about that. So Alexis, pharmacists, doctors, they're always putting the fear of God into people about these medications. I honestly think they're fantastic, and I have seen some wonderful miracles actually with them. So I would highly recommend that you reach out to me. Holy moly, Maria, you said that you put in the calculator and then it said you should get 2,100 calories. There's no way. I'd like to see that's insane. I've never in my 3.5 years met a That's insane, that many calories. I don't know what that's crazy. Will we lose R when Lily releases it? It is going to be really super expensive when R is released. Who knows how long it will take for us to be able to even remotely be able to use it. I have no idea. And everybody is different, Maybell. So some people will respond to S, some people will respond to Z. That's the same with all medications that are out there. That's just how it is. And who knows why some people respond to one thing. Okay, so Kev, if you can barely eat 1,000 calories a day, you have to decrease your dose. You have to eat. And I don't know if you're a man or a woman, Kev. I'm assuming you're a guy. That is not good. Just breathing and your heart beating is 1,000 calories a day. That's not good. You have to eat at least 1,200 calories a day. So that is really, really important. And if you, Joe, if you really, need a place to get this, you can definitely get it from us. And ours is $2.99 a day in most states, and for S, and $4.50 in most states for T. So you can just reach out to us. We do cover 47 states, so we would definitely be more than happy to help with you guys. Maybell, reach out to me. I can help you with that, but I would have to guess. I need more information. Joe, yes. We do take care of New Jersey, and it's $2.99. So Maybell, reach out to us. You could text me or DM me, and I can definitely help you. I don't know low tier Mormy, and I'm scared for them. I'm really, really worried for them because it's not safe. And I've actually had quite a few people getting really, really sick that I've been hearing from. Yes, Jen, we can take care of California people, and it's $4.50 for S. So we can definitely help you. No, Joe, month's worth is $2.99 for New Jersey. Just to let you know. Jen, T has been a little bit difficult for me to get, and it would be $6.50 for T in California. So definitely. Katie, horrible palpitations and I cannot sleep. So I would recommend talking with your provider and maybe try T, because that is not good. But then also I would ask what it was mixed with, because that would tell me that it was mixed with something else, and that is a question. So yes, we do take care of Texas, and it's $2.99 for S and $4.50 for T. So we can definitely take care of you. All right, Teresa, I think you said because my BMI is 28.3, that's why it's harder. Yes, it is. Because as soon as you get into that close, it's called, actually, I can't say the words that it's called, but as soon as you get to that 25 to 29, which is, it gets a little bit more difficult. You actually have to start like doing the calorie counting. You have to make sure you're hitting your protein. You have to actually start getting some like exercise in there, because it really does start to get difficult. Do you know if the prices of at all will decrease more? I doubt it. I really doubt it, because I dropped mine just to be more competitive with everybody else around me, and that really started to be really, honestly, I really highly doubt it. I really do doubt it. Oh my gosh, we have seen such great A1Cs come down. It is fantastic. Yeah, it is really, when we see those A1Cs for diabetics coming down, and even for myself, I was at like a 5.6, and last time I was checked, I was at a 4.9. So it's insane, the improvement that we see for everybody. So it's really, really awesome. Is it okay that if I consistently lose L3? Yes. So remember, 1 to 3 a week for women. And if you're above like that 30 to 35 BMI, you're going to see a bigger, but as soon as you get to that 25 to 29, you're going to see a lot slower, which is really, it's normal. So women are 1 to 3 a week, guys are 3 to 5 a week. So it's normal. Yes, you're true, Alexis. What your body does when you try and stop is wild. So I just did a video on this on my Recreo Health page. You do not stop cold turkey. I highly recommend that you wean off of this. Weaning off is so important because when you wean off, you're going to give your body time to adjust to listening and getting used to being hungry and craving again. Because if you just bottom off and drop off, you're going to be like ravenous, and you do not want to do that. You want to slow, consistently go off, which is so important. So really, really do just slowly go off of this. All right. If you're getting that tachycardia and that palpitation, really reach out to your provider. It's either one, what it's mixed with, or you might be, it could be your blood pressure, it could be your heart rate, it could be blood sugar, it could be what you're not eating, what you are eating, there's so many things that it could be. So the provider really needs to figure out what's going on. Alexis, you're right. You feel like no one bothers to understand the physical mechanisms of this medication. So that is what I try to do, is really teach people how to listen to their body and what it does do, and because you need to understand how these work in order to get the best benefit from them, because they really do have a wonderful way in helping your body do its job. So our job is to help you understand. And Stacy, if you ended up with the gastroparesis, my job as a medical provider is to help prevent that from happening, because gastroparesis is one of those big side effects. So my job is to help you not to get to that point. That's when staying at the lowest dose possible to give you the benefit of getting rid of that food noise and slowing down your digestion, and then also getting rid of the insulin resistance. Because what happens with the gastroparesis, and why you get that gastroparesis, is because maybe you went up in the dose too fast, or some people do get it at the lowest dose, and so that sucks. Now, an alternative could be the berberine, but I would be very careful with that as well. So Charlie, I will never go off of it. I love the way that I feel on these, and I hope that I never, ever have to go off of it, because I was a yo-yoer. And being a yo-yoer, I don't ever want to have to go off of these, because I will go back. And, I was off of them for 2 weeks because of my surgery. And now I have to go back up and dose slowly. So now I've noticed that I've gained back, I think it's like 4 pounds. And I don't ever, and I knew what I was doing, but I don't ever want to go off of these. Okay. So Darlene says, go off of what? These meds, GLPs. And then, so gastroparesis is a complete shutdown of your system. And what that means is your bowels, your stomach, you can't get anything out. It's nothing, everything wants to come back out. So there's more to it than that, but basically it's a paralysis of your gastric system is the easiest way to explain it. And it's no go, it's no fun. And I actually did it to myself back in the very beginning, because I thought I knew everything. So I learned the hard way that I don't know everything. And I was, and it's severe vomiting. It's just not good. So there's more to it than that, but that's the easiest way to explain it. But if you ever have where you're vomiting horribly and, nausea, and then you need to go to the emergency room, because you can have severe diarrhea or severe dehydration with it as well. So it's really, these are serious meds. And if you don't follow instructions well and listen to what you're being told, or, you try to dose yourself, then you can get into very dangerous waters. And that's where a provider that you can get a hold of is extremely important. And that's what we do. What do you suggest with the heartburn? Stay away from simple carbs. You have to stay away from the simple carbs. The simple carbs will give you indigestion and heartburn. So it's extremely important. So I have Tums everywhere because I'm stubborn and bullheaded. And so I have Tums, but if you need to have like a Meprazole or something like that as well, you can do that also. So that is important. So you want to have them around. So, or you can do any of those things as well. So, all right, somebody, constipation. You need, everything gives you heartburn. So you need to make sure you're doing your vegetables. You need to make sure that you're doing protein. Stick with that. Try that for a couple weeks and then you should be okay. Then make sure that you're doing a digestive enzyme. Digestive enzymes are fantastic and they should help you prevent the heartburn. So probiotic digestive enzymes, these are available on my Recrea Health page. And that is really important. So my opinion on retatrutide is the Board of Pharmacy in Ohio told me I'm not allowed to prescribe it. The FDA says it's not available. Good. FDA says it's not available, and Lilly has not released it. So that's my opinion on that. All right. So if you're losing your hair, make sure you're getting your protein. Women, 100 grams at a minimum a day. Guys, 120 a day. Make sure you're getting your collagen. Okay, very, very important. So you can get that here, or, you know, just make sure you're getting a good collagen. You also want to make sure you're doing a good hair vitamin. So this is available on my Recrea Health page, my main page. I do have 2 pages, so you want to follow both pages because one's my backup page and one's my main page. So then also I like this hair vitamin. Okay, so this one is available here or here. So hair is the best thing to do for your hair is to make sure that you are getting your protein. I just posted a video right before I went live about the hair and protein. So it's super, super important. I guess can't talk now. So what I would highly recommend is if I don't get to your question or I miss your question, please DM me and we will definitely help answer your questions. The LipoBurn can help with a stall. And it can also help with immunity because it does have some immunity vitamins in it, but it has a lot of vitamins in it as well. But it can help with DW. It can help with the stall. It can help with just in general energy because it has a lot of vitamins in it. So that's something that you can try as well. I've always been a clean eater, gluten-free, ridiculous fruits and veggies and lots of fiber. Fruits can cause indigestion. So be careful with the fruits because if you're, they can turn to sugar and they can give you indigestion. I had it happen to me. Veronica said that she likes the LipoBurn, helped with her stall and no side effects, except for the bright yellow pee. It does give you some bright yellow urine. I did notice that. All right. All right, so high doses. So there are some other things that you can do if you do get the stall. So a lot of times what I recommend is you can, you know, the calories. If you've done that, if you dropped your calories and then that didn't work, or if you dropped, or, you know, like you did the 13 to 1400, or maybe your calories are too low and you bump them up to 13, 1400 for women, or say you, you know, there's so many things that you can do, but you have to reach out because I have to talk to you and find out specifically what you've done. Because a lot of times I need to ask you specifically and talk to you specifically so that we can figure it out. So reach out to us and do that free consultation because we really need to talk to you specifically to be able to answer more about what's going, because it's so hard to just give a general idea of what's going on. No, this is not a recording. I'm sorry. I get really far behind on the comments because I really do give everybody specific attention. I wish I could figure out how to do the recording because that would be kind of cool, but no, you can't do that on here. At least I haven't figured it out. All right, I get trapped gas. Okay, that's where the digestive enzymes come in and avoiding those simple carbs. Definitely a very important thing. All right, creatine. So creatine we just figured out, and actually I'm waiting for a something to come in because if I want to get creatine. I actually started taking it with my workouts before I had my surgery. And creatine is really good because what it does is it actually helps with lean muscle mass. And if you can do lean muscle mass, then you can actually burn more PHT. PHAT. Sorry, I can't spell. Can't say the other word. So creatine, but you have to be careful because if you have any kidney damage or damaged kidney issues, creatine's not good for you. So you do need to make sure that you're cleared by your physician before you do a creatine. But I do have creatine coming, and I've been doing one from somewhere else, and so hopefully it's coming from TikTok, and I will have that because creatine is pretty cool. And I've noticed that when I'm working out, it actually increases and improves my workout, which is pretty awesome, which is a good idea. So hopefully I get that. So constipation. You have to make sure that with constipation that you are taking your fiber every day. You need to make sure that you're taking your fiber absolutely every day. So important. And then I personally like Metamucil gummies. Then you also need to make sure that you are taking your probiotics. This one is available on my main page, Recrea Health, and you can get that there. Or you can go, and I personally like Miralax. So I take Miralax almost every day. You can also do an aloe, which this is available on here. So you could do an aloe, which is good for digestive health, which this is fantastic. I put this in with my Propel every day. You can also do a digestive enzymes. You can do magnesium citrate. Any of those things are fine. So that works as well. If you have nonstop diarrhea, make sure that you're getting your fiber. A lot of times with the stall, sometimes what I'll do is I'll recommend people going off for like a week or two. If your bowels are out of control, going off for a week or two and then slowly going back on. Sometimes that works also. So it really just depends. So I would highly recommend that you guys reach out to me and we can definitely talk and figure it out. So somebody, Yo Mama, she wants to know how to be successful. So what I would recommend is watching my middle pin video, and we could definitely help you. So what you can do is reach out for a free consultation. Also, if you watch my middle pin video on my main page, and it is Recrea Health, and then watch my pinned videos on Recrea Wellness, and we can definitely help you with that. Excuse me. A creatine made you nauseous. Okay, so there's different types of creatine. So I would definitely figure out if all of them make you nauseous. But I'm getting one, and I will let you know because I tend to have a very sensitive stomach, and I will let you know. LipoBurn works with all of them. So you can definitely do all LipoBurn with everything. So so Teresa, you want to know if you have to stop all your vitamins with LipoBurn? No, Teresa, if you text, we could send you a picture of what's in it. You probably don't want to take double vitamins of what's in it. So if you text us, we can show you what's in it so that you have that information. Sulfur burps. Sulfur burps are from Simple Carbs usually. So a digestive enzyme is going to help you with the sulfur burps. So you can take this one or you can get Oxbile, O-X-B-I-L-E. That should help you as well. But sulfur burps are almost always from what you ate. Pituitary tumor. So is it malignant or benign? If it's benign, you should not have any issues. If it's malignant, then I would check with your doctor that is dealing with that. Otherwise, I don't feel comfortable giving you an answer on that. Okay, if it's benign, then yes, you're fine. Then you should be totally fine. If you whoever's prescribing it, I would let them know. But pituitary tumor, from all the research that I've looked at, should not be an issue at all. Lindale, I can't see the rest of that. It does angiogenesis. Never heard of that. I've not heard if it does cause that. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't have an answer for you. I'm sorry. Taboo, you are very welcome. I stopped L-ing W and craving. Okay, if you're having craving and you stopped L, you need to increase your protein. That's definitely important. Hold on a second. I got to do puzzles here. TikTok makes you do weird stuff, people. Sorry about that. If you've stalled, a lot of you have been asking about the stall. So I am actually, Tiff, responding to questions. I'm just behind. I was really way behind here for a minute. So what I would recommend is if you are stalled, then you need to make sure that you reach out, because I need to actually talk to you. But it's hard because you have to look at your actual calories. Women are 13 to 1400 calories. Guys are 16 to 1800. You have to make sure you're getting your protein. Women about 100. Guys are definitely around the 120. And then you definitely need to make sure, you can try LipoBurn. You can try some other things. You can try going off of it for a little bit and then restarting. You can try a lot of different things that are, in there. But, we could definitely help you. Do you offer calling a prescription? So I do not call in prescription. If you've already got the prior auth, then I don't know why your doctor's not calling it in for you. Yes, I can do that. I would just reach out to me and we could talk about that. I personally have been on it for 3.5 years. I don't know if that question's for me. I am here, guys. I'm sorry if you think I'm a robot or something. Emily, guys are aggravating because they can just lose and lose and lose and lose, and it's irritating. It's so irritating. Nutrafol is an amazing product. I absolutely love Nutrafol. I take my collagen every day. I try to remember to do my vitamins, but I don't do a very good job. Because you have to take 4 of those capsules, and you have to take them with food. So I really try. Thank you, Nikki. I'm glad to be back. It was actually kind of hard not to be on here every day, to be honest with you. You kind of get into a routine of doing things, and then you're not there. I did enjoy my naps though every day. You can stay at your low dose for as long as you need to. You don't have to increase dose, everybody. I think that's a fallacy that everybody gets in their head, that they just need to increase dose. You don't need to increase dose. Sometimes just increasing dose can cause more side effects. So if you're doing great at a lower dose, just stay there. If you're not having the food noise, you're not having the cravings, and you're not having side effects, just stay at the lowest dose. So yes, now if you're at a low dose and all of a sudden you notice that you're not having Elling anymore, it can be that your body is used to it. But then if you're not having the food noise, then what I would do is change the way you're eating as well. So, increase your protein, change up your calories and things like that, because that might help as well. So that might be something that you try. So stopping the diarrhea. You could try Imodium, but before I would go to Imodium, because a lot of times Imodium really can mess you up, I would do digestive enzymes, I would do probiotics, and I would do fiber before I would hit the Imodium. Because Imodium can really back you up and then flip you into really bad constipation. So that is what I would really recommend, is going that route instead. Veronica? Yeah. Can you reach out to your dad? So kisses. What I would recommend is the anxiety. If your anxiety is worse, reach out to your provider, because it could be your blood pressure, it could be your cholesterol, or not cholesterol, I'm sorry. It could be your blood sugar, it could be your heart rate, it could be not eating right, it could be so many things when it comes to anxiety. It could be just the medications. It could be what it's mixed with. It could be lack of things. It could be so many things. So I would highly recommend that you reach out to your provider. I have about 30 minutes left, guys. And you know what I forgot to do this whole time was ask you guys to share my live. So if you could please share my live, I would really appreciate it. All right. So if your doctor wrote for it and it got denied, the best thing that you could do is call your insurance. Where's the goat's milk at the grocery store? I don't know. He's going to have to ask. I thought it was in the baking aisle. Okay. So what I did is, what I would recommend is go to the back of the card, and I would call your insurance and go to your website and ask them specifically what do I need to get these approved? And then I would go to your provider and say, okay, I have this, this, and this. So please tell me, or have them write the prescription and then write on that prescription, this is what I have. And then they will do the prior authorization and hopefully that works. And then appeal it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Okay, so mama, the cardiac benefits. The American Heart Association just put out notification probably about a month ago now, and this was on the Today Show, so it's not Angela making up stuff, that there are tons of cardiac risks. And so there are so many benefits, because I just read the next question, benefits. And I see it all the time of the benefits that are out there for the GLPs and cardiacs. They're actually saying that people that have heart disease, that they're probably going to start noticing that they will start prescribing this for them. Too much risk for GLPs from what I've read. Joe, there are actually more benefits versus risks. There have not been any confirmed cancers from GLPs. That's only been in rats that were overdosed. There are, if you have had thyroid medullary cancer, then you can't have this, or if your family has had that, thyroid medullary cancer. There is a slight risk of pancreatitis. There is a slight risk of gastroparesis. But if it is monitored properly and you're taught properly what to avoid, then there's very, very little risk, honestly. Hair thinning, even with protein, then make sure that you are taking Nutrafol and make sure that you are taking collagen, and you should not have the hair loss. I actually had a lady today tell me that she has noticed that her hair is coming back because of the things that she is doing. So, Nikki, when you're going up and down, then what I highly recommend is reaching out, and we will definitely help you. So please reach out. I do the same thing a lot of times, and women do that a lot, is we have that fluctuation, and that is normal for us. And what we have to do is we have to figure out for you what is going on, and we can really help you with that, because there's a lot going on with women especially, and the hormones can definitely do that. So we just need to help figure out what's going on with you specifically. All right. And a lot of times when you have that hair loss, you got to figure and especially if you've had a big L, and you've changed your diet significantly, then you are going to be changing what you're eating. And that really does have a lot to do with hair, and just your diet in general has a lot to do with that. So strength training. I really do think that's important. I really do think that that is a good idea, to make sure that you are doing a lot of strength training. I like aerobic as well. I don't want you to do just all strength training and not aerobic, because I think we all need to have that heart health, and we need to have a lot of aerobic and lung health also. Just as we age is really important. IV hydration therapy, I think, is fantastic. I like to do it. I don't do a lot of it in my practice because there's so many places around me that do it, and I don't buy it and have it in stock because it tends to expire before I use it. But I think it's fantastic. I really do think it's a great idea. I actually will probably get a muscle recovery one here pretty soon and do it on myself, just because of my surgery. So I really do think it's fantastic. Oh, yeah, great. The Lagniappe is awesome. Yeah, and if you use the code FREE, we'll give you free shipping. So, please go purchase it. We love it, and we've had quite a few people buy it and say the same thing, but it's a really good, and it helps with the stall as well. So, definitely check it out. All right, so just getting nothing but protein is not good as well. I don't want you in keto. I personally don't like keto. I don't like fasting, intermittent fasting. I think that you need a well-balanced vegetables and protein. You need to get your complex carbs. Complex carbs are really important. We were not made to just be meat eaters, carnivores. We actually need to get our complex carbs. So I highly recommend that people are getting complex carbs. If your hair is falling out, that could be if you're just eating protein and biotin and collagen. It could be because your body is lacking some other nutrients and vitamins as well. So you need to make sure that you're getting your complex carbs as well. So getting busy living, I would add in your complex carbs as well. I'm doing better on W than I did on Z. That is normal. Some people do better on one versus the other. I've done S, then went to T, then went to S, and now I'm going to try T again. Just because I just, want to see what's the difference. Now, last time I did that, I had more nausea on T. This time, I've noticed I have more indigestion, but I just started it back up on Monday. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But some people do better on one than the other. Mounjaro has helped my fibromyalgia pain, more important than W. Oh, absolutely. I have had people tell me that all the time. Oh, that's right. You did give me your WhatsApp number, Nikki. I am so sorry. I had the surgery and you did that right before my surgery and I never did reply back to you. I will do that today, Nikki. I will find that and do that today. I am so sorry. I have not L'd in a long time. I am diabetic. Diabetic has a lot harder time than somebody that's not diabetic. So what we need to do with UCNF is you have to fight harder. So it is going to be a little bit more difficult, but it's not possible. I think, is that how you say that? Okay. But what you have to do is definitely stay away from the simple carbs. Every time you eat, you have to put protein in with whatever you eat. You have to. So protein is your best friend, but also you need to make sure you're getting your complex carbs. You have to make sure you're watching your calories. So 13 to 1400 calories. You need to make sure that you're eating consistent, healthy meals with protein and vegetables. And you need to make sure that you're getting your protein, 100 grams a day at a minimum for females and 120 minimum for guys, and 13 to 1400 calories a day. So definitely important. Okay. So important. Taking tea. Do you know if it will help my insulin? Yes. Oh, the dark patches on your skin. I don't know if it will help with that because I have those around my neck. I don't know. I don't know if it will help with that or not. I do know that laser does help with that. So that might be something to help with that. So Allie Hogan, this is the probiotic. This is on my other page, Recrea Wellness. So if you, this is a really good probiotic. I've actually been take one before every meal, maybe because of the digestive enzymes, but this is a really good one. Kendra, if you're really sick, and this is Apple user too, if you're really sick and you have a lot of vomiting, then I highly recommend that you get Zofran and that you also check in with your primary care as well, or the provider that is prescribing these, or if you're really throwing up and you can't stop, that you go to an urgent care or an emergency room because you need to be taken care of. So I say up the dose when you are having increased hunger and craving. Really, honestly, that is the only time that I recommend upping the dose, or if you're not having L anymore. That is really important to what, something like that is the time when I recommend increasing it, or, reaching out to your provider and discussing it with them. So when do I think R will be available? No idea. Last I heard, Lilly was still researching it. There is illegally some available. It's not supposed to be. I was told in the state of Ohio by the Board of Pharmacy that I am not allowed to prescribe it in the state of Ohio. So I cannot prescribe it. The FDA is telling people we're not allowed to prescribe it, but I do know that there are some that are prescribing it. So if you're just starting this, then I would highly recommend watching my middle pin video on my main page, which is Recrea Wellness. And then I would also watch my pinned videos at Recrea, or sorry, my main page at Recrea Health, and then my backup page at Recrea Wellness. Please follow both of my pages. I would really appreciate it. And then please share I'm going to be on here another couple minutes. Then we can, I'll be back on tomorrow. I probably will do the morning tomorrow. I really do appreciate you guys. You have been fantastic today. I've been off for about a week, a little over a week. All right. So I really am sorry, you guys, when you are... I'm sorry, I was reading something somebody wrote. I'm really sorry when you guys are on this and then the insurance just up and decides that they don't want that anymore and they switch it to something else. It's so aggravating. That is why about 8 or 9 years ago, I just gave up on insurance completely because I just got so sick of the way that they played games with us. And I just decided that I'm not doing this anymore because it was just ridiculous. Oh my gosh, KT, thank you so much for the roses. I really do appreciate it. Oh, we have some people in Ohio on here as well. So we are located at Bonita and 18. Thank you so much for the roses. I really do appreciate that. And you just reached a goal. Fantastic. You are awesome. So somebody was saying, definitely seems like NPs are more proactive and advocate for GLPs. I definitely like the GLPs, one, because I'm on them, have been on them for 3.5 years, but I really have seen some amazing things with them. And when I was in school, we were taught all about health and prevention and prevention. And that was way we were supposed to go, and that never happened. You know, that was 19 years ago when I was in NP school, and it's just so aggravating why we never went that way. I have a question. Do you know if T will show up on a drug test for citizenship? No, I don't think so. It's not a controlled substance, so I highly doubt if it would. Our consultation is 100% free. So yeah, Game Girl, give us a call. It is 100% free. Oh, what supplement? Wait a minute, I'm lost here. All right, hang on a minute, I got lost. All right, Labetalol. That's for blood pressure. Can I get GLP? Yeah, absolutely. Labetalol is fine with GLP. It's a blood pressure pill. There's no issues with, and actually it might even help your blood pressure. And then if you get the W off, then you might not even need the Labetalol anymore. Thank you so much. Nikki said, I'm a great support system. I enjoy your life so much. Thank you for spending the time with us. You are absolutely 100% welcome. Game Girl, 30 minutes from here. Come on over. Come and see us. We would love to see you. I have R, but I don't know. I cannot help you because I don't know anything about R. I'm not allowed to prescribe R. And I don't know anything about 9604 and stacking them. I can't help you. I am so sorry about that. Yeah, let's see here. All right, hair loss again. Protein. Women 100 minimum grams a day. Guys 120 grams a day. And so then you want to make sure you're getting your collagen. Hang on, I'll answer that hair or the digestive enzyme question in a second. Hair collagen is very, very important. You also need to take a hair vitamin, which I really like the Nutrafol one. You can get this one. I take the Nutrafol one. I haven't tried this one, but I did research this one. It's a pretty good one. It's a lot less expensive than the Nutrafol one. This is on my Recrea Health page. There's a video on that one. You can order it on there. Okay, digestive enzymes. Why do you want a digestive enzyme? Because this slows down your digestive system. So when you eat, the food is going to stay in your stomach longer, which can cause bloating, and it can cause you to have the sour stomach, or what we call sulfur burst. So what you need is digestive enzymes to help break down the food so that you aren't having the nasty stomach feeling, or just, kind of like bleh stomach. This will help you get rid of that. So that is why you want to do that. No, I do not know anything about GHQ KCU. Sorry about that, Leslie. I don't know about that. I have IBS, so it's mostly just made me regular. A lot of people have been saying that they have the diarrhea IBS, and taking fiber is really important as well as the probiotics. But you know what? I have where I flip back and forth between the constipation and the diarrhea. So I always have Miralax, and I always, I've learned how to control it. And so I'm always doing both. So if you're a diabetic, it's a special situation. So what I do is I would say if you need a free consultation, reach out to us and we can definitely help you. We can take care of 47 states. So if you are interested, we can definitely take care of you. So it's $2.99 in most states for S, and then $4.50 in most states for T. So, you can definitely reach out to us. So, well, my preferred site is abdomen, and you do 2 inches out around your belly button, and you want to keep alternating. Then you can also use your arm or the outer part of your thigh, which is really good to prevent side effects. So if you are having side effects, go to your outer part of your thigh or your outer part of your arm. Susan's going to the gym. I love going to the gym. I plan to get back to the gym next week. Hardly eating maybe even this weekend. Hardly eating anything and still Gene. So you need, this kind of sounds counterintuitive, Tay, but you have to eat. You have to. If you're not eating, you need to decrease your dose. And you need to increase your protein, because if you're not eating, what is happening is you are hoarding. Your body's going to hoard what you're doing. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are getting enough to feed your fire. So Tay, you need to reach out so that we can help you. So free consultation, please reach out to us so that we can help you. So where can you get these is here or here. Okay, so just go on there, or you can DM us and we can help you with that as well. Okay, Compounded S saved my life as well. Absolutely. We 100%. Tay, that is the toughest surgery ever in several years. Oh my God. This time around has actually been pretty good. I've been controlling the pain with Tylenol, so I don't know what's going on with me this time. So anyway, all three of the ways to contact us is the best way. So we can definitely hear. Lisa, could somebody tell Lisa what's the best way, or what does SRZ T mean? S and T. So S is the generic for Ozempic and Wegovy. So T is the generic for Zepbound and oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, I just had a brain fart. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, it'll come to me here in a second. Yes, we can take care of you in Oklahoma. There is a way to do payments on T, so you can either do Care Credit or Cherry. That is definitely something that we can help you with. So you can reach out to us. And then BMI of 24, we don't let your BMI get less than 22. So you can definitely we can help you with that. Holy moly, CNF is so proud of you. That is amazing. So CNF, 53.9 down to 36. So CNF, there are some pointers that I can help you with, but please reach out to me and I can help you with that. So MIC cafes, and so how we get the BMI, I use the CDC website, but we also have a really cool scale here in the office that calculates it. Actually the best way to do it. But if you go to the cdc.org, I think it is, but if you just type in BMI in Google and make sure you pull up the CDC's website, then you can get a really, really good idea of the BMI. It's not the best way, but it is a good idea. So That's what I need. Oh my goodness, I read that question wrong. Why would digestive enzymes make bloating and inflammation worse? I read that wrong. I am so sorry. So what it's doing is it's breaking down old food. So that's why it can make it worse. But if you take them consistently and right before you eat, then it shouldn't cause that problem. But you are trying to prevent that. So I am so sorry for reading that wrong. Isn't the point of GLPs to slow down digestion? So wouldn't enzymes be... so the enzymes are actually speeding up the digestion so that the food's not setting in your stomach. So that, I'm sorry, I read that question completely wrong. I apologize for that. My bad. Sorry about that. So digestive enzymes do help with the nausea as well with me, and they help with my indigestion also. All right, guys, sorry. Oh, Manjaro, thank you, Yorkiana. I don't know why. I totally brain farted on that. Healthy BMI is 24.9. Ours is 22 to 24.9 is what we like, and that's what the CDC says as well. Under 22 is no bueno. You don't have enough reserves if you get sick. So the whole goal is to, if you get sick, to have that reserve so that you have the ability to lose more and be healthy. Under 19 is no go at all. So that is why that 22 to 24.9 is a good spot. It's really hard. It's really hard to even get under that 25, I found. So we have people that are doing microdosing, which they are staying right around that 22. And if they drop below the 22, then we drop their dose even lower because we can't have that happening on my watch. If your dose is too high and you have that nausea and that vomiting, then agree, drop the dose. You should not be having that going on. All right, guys, I got about 8 more minutes, and then I am going to be signing off. I feel like my WL has slowed and it's upsetting me so much. All right, so that is when you have to look at your calories. You have to look at your protein. That is when you need to talk to your provider, Cece. That is when you can reach out to me. That is when a free consultation can go into play. So please reach out because that's what I'm here for. I am here to teach and educate. I am here to make sure that I am giving you guys the information that you need to be successful. Please follow both of my pages. So follow my Recrea Health page, follow my Recrea Wellness page. And I am here to make sure that you are being safe. Watch my middle pin video on Recrea Health. Watch all my pinned videos on both pages, because honestly what my job is and what I've dedicated my life to is making sure that you guys are being safe and making sure that you're being successful, because it is upsetting. I've had so many ups and downs throughout my life with my W that I just really want to make sure that you are given the tools to be able to be successful on these, because it's a pain. It's so irritating when you are doing everything the right way and then now all of a sudden you can't. And you know, not too terribly long ago, I was at that, horrible W that I never want to be at again. And, I'm not going back there. So I'm with you guys. I live this journey with you. Hey, we're a family. We are in this together, people. So let us be here together and let us bring each other up. And that is what we are here for. So that's what we're doing. Okay. So freezing is really the only thing I've noticed. Freezing is terrible, but you know what? It is, I'm glad it's hot for the first time in my life outside. I was sitting out under the tree the other day and it was 100 degrees and I'm sitting under the tree and I'm actually like, this is nice. Before I remember when I was, PHAT girl, I would have never been able to do that. So I was like, this is really sweet. And I was actually comfortable. So there you go, Yorkiana. You know what the heck I'm talking about. Yep. And I could have never sat underneath that tree and been comfortable. How long after stopping will it, so typically in my practice, how long after stopping will the bowels function correctly? So in my practice, I've been able to do it in 2 weeks. So what I do is I have people stop and they start their fiber, they do the probiotic, and if it's constipation, I start them a Miralax every day. And then within 2 weeks, they are back to normal, and then we slowly increase the dose. So we've been able to do it within 2 weeks, and then it works out great. So some of them are able to do it. Some of them may need to go on Linzess, so that might work as well. So if you get sudden nausea and vomiting, you need to go to the doctor or the emergency room or urgent care or whatever. Okay. Very, 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 very important. So yes, when you are on the, over healthier side, we'll go with that. I don't think I'll get in trouble for saying that. Yes, the sun is your enemy. 100%. So when you take digestive enzymes, this one, just read the label, but this one says immediately before eating. That's what this one says. Okay. Every time I go up, I can't seem to tolerate it. Okay. That could be because of the vitamins not in it or in it. So what I would recommend, H. Halsey, is making sure that you're reaching out to your provider to see what's going on. Is it with B12, without B12? Typically, it's the B12 and what's not in it. So I would highly recommend finding out what's in it or not in it. Indigestion. So this past week, and I don't know if it was from the surgery, I don't know what the heck was going on, but it has been brutal with the indigestion. So I would highly recommend starting talking to your provider, but maybe taking like an omeprazole or something like that, because maybe that's what's going on, because that can really be what's going on. Tums are my best friend, and I didn't have any for a couple of days, and I thought I was going to die. So I would really recommend. Yes, a diabetic can take like a lipoburn, absolutely. Me and him, sorry, not mean. Me and him, 72, just wanted to say GLP has been a godsend as part of my HRT. Agree. We also do HRT, so if anybody is interested in that, reach out to us. You can DM us, but we do HRT as well. So I have just a few minutes. If I didn't get to your question, I did get caught up. I'm still like a few messages off. Maybe you've discussed this, but being forced to switch from Z to W, and I'm nervous. Don't be nervous. They are one molecule off. I personally like S better. Honestly, I really do. I really do like S better, and I would not be nervous. Just go to the lowest dose possible. I have had people say that their provider is putting them up to like a middle dose. Don't do that. They are completely different medications. Go to the lowest dose possible whenever you are switched, and then slowly increase back up. They are not the same. They are completely different. And you need to go to the lowest dose and then slowly work your way up, okay? Just to let you know. If you have questions, please reach out to me and I can definitely help you with that. We do free consultations. So but if I didn't get to your question, please DM me. You can text, you can reach out, you can schedule your free consultation yourself. Just reach out to us. If you stall, reach out to us. This is something that works great for the stall, and you can get that there, or you DM me and I can definitely help you. So, please reach out. Anything. There are a lot of the products that I have showed you. The Senna Plus is available. That is available, and this is Wicked for the constipation. That is available on my Recrea Health main page. And please follow both of my pages. Recrea Health is my main page, so if I ever get in trouble, I have my backup page, which I'm trying to build, which is Recrea Wellness. So please follow both of my pages. And then you have my probiotic, which is also has digestive enzymes. This is for women. Please, I have Nutrafol and a lot of the Nutrafol products on here, and then you can get this hair vitamin on my main page, which is Recrea Health. We also have PBC 157, which we didn't talk a whole lot about today. But if you have any kind of aches, muscle recovery, I am taking this as well. But this is also really good for gut health. So you have to commit to like at least 60 days with this. It's fantastic. But we really highly recommend this. I just did a video with one of my patients that's taking this, and he really likes this. We know, Elena, you're not telling us anything that we don't know. I don't know if you know, but Coumadin, which is a blood thinner that is a really good medication that has saved thousands to millions of lives, is actually from rat poison. So thank you, Elena, for your very important information. Everybody, can you thank Elena for her great information that she shared with us? We really, really appreciate your information, Elena. You really just saved a bunch of lives with your great information. Okay. Then let me get here. We can do EHRT. So please, everybody, please follow me. I will try to be back on your, I'll be back every day now. I'm going to try to go live this weekend one day. If I can, probably Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, just to really help you, just to be out there, just to give us information. I really want, oh, thank you, Yorkiana, for the roses. I really do appreciate it. I am just here to help and educate. I just want to make sure that everybody is safe on these. I want to make sure that everybody is getting the information that they need to be successful, to be safe. And I really want to help everybody know that. ALT, is it normal for the S to be red? It can be. That's when it has B12 in it. Is there a sarcasm font? I love it. We do serve 47 states. So if you guys are really interested, you can definitely reach out. Oh, I forgot to tell, that's okay. We won't talk about it. SNRIs are another category of antidepressants that you can try. Somebody was asking about SSRIs and having issues with those. So definitely talk to your providers about those, though. I'm trying to get through these other questions here really quick. There should be a sarcasm font. I really do agree with you on this. Are people really going blind? If you have diabetic retinopathy, and I actually did a video on this on my Recrea Health page. So if you have diabetic retinopathy, there is an increased risk of it. So what you have to do is work with your ophthalmologist. And if you have diabetic retinopathy, I wouldn't recommend going on these. So that is what I would recommend. I love Nutrafol collagen, and I would recommend taking both of them, taking the collagen and these with it if you want. I don't like these pills, but if you split them up between 2 meals a day, then you're fine, but you absolutely have to take these with meals. I have taken them with a protein shake, and they're fine as well. If you have thyroid cancer or an uncle has thyroid cancer, an uncle isn't what they recommend. It's a familial, like so mom, dad, brother, sister, and it's only thyroid medullary cancer, not any other thyroid cancer is a problem. But they've not had any thyroid in human medullary cancer. It's only been thyroid in rats. But if it's any other kind of thyroid cancer, it's totally fine. Exactly. It's not, you can't just depend on these medications. You actually have to do your part as well, which is everything that I have been teaching and talking about. You need to watch my middle pinned videos to make sure that you're doing everything that you need. There's a lot involved in it. We teach lifestyle. We're not just teaching, this is the way out, because it's not. You have to do so much more with it as well. So Erica wants to know, how do you know which brand is best? I say start with S because it's a whole lot less. It's a whole lot less expensive. They're one molecule different, honestly, one molecule different. So I say start with the less expensive one, see how you tolerate it. Then if anything is different or you can't tolerate it, then we try the other one. So we do take care of, let me just tell you the states that we don't take care of. That's much easier. We don't take care of Wisconsin, Kansas, and New York. Otherwise, we can take care of you. The three that are possibly more expensive are Hawaii, Alaska, and California. And that's just because of shipping costs. So that is the only three that are a little bit different. If you have excessive diarrhea, then you need to make sure that you're taking your fiber. You need to make sure that you are taking your probiotics. And then you can try Imodium, but be very, very careful with Imodium. So we do telehealth. I do not do insurance at all. It's all cash pay. Sorry, I gave up on insurance about 8 years ago because they were mean. Sorry, they weren't mean. They're just difficult to work with. And that's why. I keep saying rats because the only thyroid medullary cancer that they've actually found was when they overdosed rats and they caused thyroid medullary cancer in those rats. That's the only thyroid medullary cancer that they've had. They've not actually had any in humans. So that's why I've said that. I'm not giving medical advice. I say multiple times that you need to go talk to your provider. I'm giving, and it says right there, read. Says not medical advice. I am a nurse practitioner and I am giving no medical advice. I'm giving information, educating, teaching, and making sure that your people are safe. All right. Thank you. On that note, you guys have an absolutely wonderful day. I will be back, I think probably tomorrow morning. If you guys have any questions, thank you, Stephanie. And Imodium. But I said, and then I said, be careful and talk to your medical provider. So if you need any other information, please reach out to your medical provider and they can help you. But read the labels and be very careful. And because you want to be careful with Imodium. And that is my 2 cents. Oh my gosh, Regina. Okay, thank you, Regina. I love you guys. All right. I do need more mods. You are so right. You are so right. She's in there answering phones right now. That's for sure. Definitely need more mods. But she's gone. Yeah, she's gone. I got rid of her. It's easy. All right, guys. You have an absolutely wonderful day. I love every single one of you. Do not be nervous about these. If you have any questions, please, please, please. You have an absolutely wonderful day. Oh, Megan, you just found me. All right. So you have an absolutely wonderful day. And I will see you later and tomorrow morning probably. And if you have any questions, please reach out. If you need anything at all, please follow me, DM me. You can text here. You can go here. You can schedule your free consultation. And we will we service 47 states except for Wisconsin, New York, and Kansas. And it is $2.99 for S in most states, $450 for T in most states. Thank you for hitting all of those hearts. I really do appreciate it. If I did not get to your question, please DM us. Please text. We absolutely love you so very, very, very much. And I appreciate all that you do. And you guys are fantastic. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. A good night. I got to come up with like a little thing to say. Good night to all my warriors. I can't get it to go away. Oh my goodness. You guys get to sit here and watch me struggle with my IT. Ugh. Bye, guys.